Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going through your head right now?
We had a shot to win it. And down the stretch, you know what I'm saying? Just wasn't solid enough. Me personally, I mean, 6 turnovers kills us. We had 20 as a team, gave up 27 points off of it. That kills us. I didn't keep anybody in front of me today. That killed us. So, yeah, that's something that got to be better. And I'm kind of sick right now. I am sick right now.
People talk about sort of like a rock bottom before you could bounce and then get back. You guys are now 1 loss away from the all-time mark. Is that on your mind? And does it almost feel like you can't get out of this funk?
Yeah, it's definitely on my mind. I mean, that's history that nobody wants to be a part of. So, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to build something that's sustainable. It's not like we're trying to just go out there and win one game. We want to win multiple games. But to be on the wrong side of history, I mean, nobody wants to be there. So that is definitely a extra edge that we have to have. And we should have won this game, but we didn't. So we got to come back next game and be locked in and be more solid. I got to come in, be locked in, and be more solid down the stretch for us.
Yeah, I know you guys like each other personally, but just where you guys are right now and kind of this journey to today, do you think this particular group can turn it around?
Yeah, we're not 2-26 bad. You know what I mean? Like, no way are we that bad. So yes, I think we can turn it around. I think we can play a lot better brand of basketball than we're playing right now. Not as far as the system that we're running or like any of that, but just executing our game plans, taking care of the ball, keeping guys in front of you. That has nothing to do with system. You know what I'm saying? That's just individual. That's the players, and we got to be better about that. And tonight, I was the head of that snake by far. 6 turnovers, couldn't keep nobody in front of me.
Dave, what are you saying for the bench here? Transfers from starters come out, bench takes over?
Yeah, I thought they were solid today. I thought the zone kind of had them stagnant at first, but they started to move a little bit better and got some good shots. Yeah, I thought they were solid. It's just about defense more than anything. Gave up too many points. First half, they had 34 points. First quarter, 30 points in the second quarter. Like, both of those are over the goals that we have as far as points we're trying to allow. So to start games like that, I mean, that's a problem. You know what I mean? We have the edge of, we're about to be, I mean, we're right there knocking on the door, breaking the record of most losses in a row. So first quarter's like, we got to be better and then sustain that.
Where would you put the team's confidence level?
I think that we lean on each other a lot, and I think that we speak confidence into each other. Obviously, as a unit, we haven't won any game, so everybody's down about that, but we work hard in the gym. Everybody's in there getting shots. I don't think there's guys that are like not confident in their shot anymore or any of that. You know what I mean? I think it's just on us to get each other better shots and step into them with confidence and knock them down when we need them.
When teams make runs on late games, do you sense a lack of confidence or a lack of belief? Can you feel that when you're in those moments of truth a little bit?
No, I think it's just we know that there's a very small margin for error, and so when they're going on runs and things like that, like we kind of just all look at each other like, you know, those are the things that we talk about, the little details that we have to account for, we have to be disciplined with, because I mean we slip with. You know, we have 3 mistakes and they mess around and have 9 points off of it. You know what I mean? So I think that's more so what's going through our heads whenever it is runs from the other team. We're just like, we gotta lock back in. We gotta be solid, be disciplined.
Okay, you've kind of talked about the difference between early in the season until now. I guess at what point would you say that this maybe starts to become more mental for the team, and just in what conversations have you had with the players as far as just sort of getting out of that rut collectively?
I mean, like I said, we all talk, we all lean on each other. It's the hardest time for all of us in basketball, by far. So we definitely talk to each other. We definitely try to get each other going. If that's what your question is.
One more. Can I get everybody got one more? All right, that's good.
There isn't one. I want to be really careful with my words because this one hurts more than many of them just because of the situation. A team that played last night gets 50 points off of rebounds and turnovers. Second chance points and turnovers. So this one's unbelievably hard to understand how we can get outworked in those categories. And that is absolutely on me. Just for whatever reason, it's been the same story all year long with those 2 categories, in particular the turnovers, and it's a tough one to swallow.
Where do you go from here?
We got to get to work. We got to show it. We got to teach it. We got to demand it, and it's not going to change because we feel bad about it. We got to get to work.
Seemed like a pivotal moment where the call from John Collins, like get back and just kind of spiral from there. Did you ever think about calling a?
We looked at the footage and it looked like J.I. was the one who fouled him on the. So we could have gotten a proximity challenge, but that's a tough one to. But when I looked at the bench, they were like, no, because they thought J.I. had fouled on his second opportunity. It's a tough one.
When you talk about turnovers, volume is obviously a concern, but then at points in the game too. I know you've been asked about it before, but what do you see in some of those moments? A lot of the live ball turnovers, but what are you seeing that's causing?
It's just carelessness. That's the only way you can sum it up. You know, it's the same story. Playing in a crowd, not being sure about where we need to go with the ball and being strong with the ball. It's not going to change. That's a lot of turnovers. For any game, you want to stay around 12, 13. And we kind of corrected it a little bit the last couple of games, but timely live ball turnovers and that many points off of turnovers, it's, you lose by 8 and you give up 27 points off of those turnovers. It's unexplainable.
Seems like the game began to turn really in the first quarter. We talked about Cade and Bogey. I'm going to check out things to the fall, but just how do you figure that out? Obviously, just why the team.
We didn't get a lot of bench production, to begin with. It has hurt us. We've tried to stagger the lineups to get those guys back in the game. Obviously, it's putting a lot of pressure on those guys to have to come back in and save the day. Again, that's on me to figure it out.
mentally, where is this team? Close.
You can just about imagine. I mean, you have these kinds of opportunities. You've lost 25 in a row. Like, you're probably not in a great mental state. But again, what choice do you have but to fight and compete and dig your way out of it? But it's human nature to feel like, you know what, and that's where we are.
Do you sense a lack of confidence in, like, I guess, moments of truth where games are close and you can grab it and maybe it leads to the turnovers and some of the breaks? Do you sense any of that?
I don't sense the lack of confidence. There's just a lack of execution. There's a lack of, knowing what we should do, or, we've had shots tonight. We had a couple of open threes. We couldn't put them down. I wouldn't say that's a lack of confidence. We've missed those shots. All right, thank you.